Hey everybody, my name is Paul Eston Jr., aka Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/BoyGreen25, baby. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe down below for more fantastic New York Jets content. And of course, you guys can hit the article down below, which gives you all the details on this very piece. And it is Bryce Huff could be dealt, could be traded. Well, the big news, of course, was earlier today when the New York Jets restructured the contract of Carl Lawson. It created $12.7 million in cap space. It also did something else, as Rich Cimini of ESPN noted. With Lawson's restructure, okay, and this is how it worked before. You had $15 million with basically none of it guaranteed. The new restructure on the contract basically gave him, again, he went from non-guaranteed 15 million to a base salary of 9 million, 8 million of that guaranteed, and he has 3 million more in incentives. Again, creates 12.7 million. But he went from a guy that could have been cut at some point later to guaranteeing his roster spot with the restructure. With that restructure, 4 of the Jets' top 6 defensive ends now have guaranteed money on their contract, as Rich Cimini pointed out. Aforementioned Carl Lawson, John Franklin Myers, Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald once he signed his rookie deal. The 2 that don't of the top 6 are Bryce Huff and Michael Clemens, a second-year player. And here's more from Rich Cimini saying, quote, wouldn't be a surprise if Huff drew trade interest. Now, there's a couple of things we have to address here. First off, again, you guys can check out the article down below to share all the juicy details on this. But this is the thing that, quite frankly, doesn't make sense to me. Now, I get it on the surface. The Jets have a lot of guys in the defensive line room. Okay, sure. They have depth. But there's reasons the Jets have depth. There's reasons they should have as many people possible. And we're going to walk through all of those right now. Number one, the Jets coaching staff loves using a rotation on the defensive line, i.e., you need as many capable rushers and bodies as possible in that defensive line room. So that's number one. Number two, you could make the case that not only is Bryce Huff not even a depth guy, he's one of the best pure pass rushers on the team from an analytical statistical perspective. Let me give you some of those stats for those sitting at home. The New York Jets have untapped potential here with Bryce Huff. They've underutilized him. Here's his snap percentages across his first 3 seasons in the NFL on the defensive side of the ball. 30%, 51%, 20%. 20% is inexplicable. You want to know what else is inexplicable? The Jets made Bryce Huff a healthy scratch for the first 3 weeks of the season last year, and Robert Saleh just went habita. What? He didn't even have a reason for why Bryce Huff wasn't playing. There was some lame stuff about against the run and against this. If he's one of your best pure pass rushers on the team, one of the hottest commodities in the NFL is getting guys that can sack the opposing quarterback. So what the hell is going on there? So he's been criminally underutilized. And what about the analytical percentages? Bryce Huff led the league in pressure percentage last year, 21.3% for players with a minimum of 150 pass rushes. His numbers are 7.5 sacks in his 3 years, 22 quarterback hits. He's registered 36 combined tackles, but he would have even better numbers if the Jets actually played him. He just signed his restricted free agent tender this offseason for $4.3 million. He's set to be an unrestricted free agent next offseason. Maybe instead of trading a guy that has this kind of contract flexibility that they could get something out of, this is an all-in season. The Jets are trying to win the Super Bowl. The Jets are trying to push their chips to the middle of the table. You need as many guys that can sack the quarterback as possible. Why in the bloody hell would the New York Jets try to trade Bryce Huff? That would be dumb. That'd be stupid because really the only thing you could get for Bryce Huff is draft capital, and that doesn't help right now. Jet fans are done with draft capital. The Jamal Adams packages and all that was great, but we don't need draft picks. We need players. 2023 season's only a handful of months away. You want guys that can play. Bryce Huff can play. So instead of thinking about trades, and I'm not saying the Jets are, Rich Cimini just said he could draw strong trade interest because he's young, 25 years of age. He has all this untapped potential, and he could be a beast. Jets, instead of trading him, use him. He is dynamic. He has a great get off. He has the potential, if you rise him up a few notches on the defensive line rotation, to shock the NFL and be a key cog in a Jets defense who was top 4 last year and maybe has potential to be even better this year. Please don't trade Bryce Huff. Use Bryce Huff. And we gave some more arguments down below. Make sure you guys check out the article. Like the video. Hit subscribe down below. and we appreciate it. Thanks for all your support here on the show. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you next time. Wink.